We're live. Good morning, everyone. Today's live stream, I'm going to show you how to make money in crypto without trading by using the skills you already have, everything that you've already learned in cryptocurrency. We're going to go over the Altseason Copilot data to show where our positioning is for the Altseason, and I'm going to talk more about the 4 legs of the financial chair. So if you are live in the stream, say hello. Let me get out of here and go back to the actual stream itself where it's live, and I can mute myself and see the chat. Good morning. It's always an extra pain to orient this. Hey Brian, good to have you along. It's worth the extra pain. So I got a cup of coffee here because this stream is going to take a little bit of time, and I'm going to go into some details that I hope are going to make you money over a long period of time. All right, let's go through the scenes here. I'm going to do a live money-making crypto article publication. So it's live, we'll see how it goes. But first we'll go over where should we be? Cash, Bitcoin, or altcoins? What's our plan right now? Where's Bitcoin? Where's Bitcoin dominance? Where's the key levels that we should be looking at with DXY as well? How much should we be really investing in cryptocurrency? Then I'm going to show you more reliable ways to make money, and we're going to go through and actually build that publication. If you haven't already, be sure to head over to the Bitcoin Liquidation Watch live stream. Let me get this. Stop flashing at my... There we are. Head over to the Bitcoin Liquidation Watch live stream. Hang out there if you're hanging out. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with people. There was a question I want to answer. They were asking, what is this pie chart? That is the Altseason Copilot, and it is showing us that a whole raft of altcoins are in alert status right now. And I had said in an earlier live stream that if Bitcoin dominance is topping out and we see these alerts opening up in the pie chart like this, it's super important time for us to be getting positioned in the altcoins. And there's no way to know the future. It could be a time to get positioned and then do risk control, but it's time to position. So now let's jump into Bitcoin, and then we'll go more into Bitcoin dominance and altcoins. So the prior live streams, we were talking about the big pullback down to these levels and how the RSI in the short time frame is really looking like a bottom there. And sure enough, we've built out a nice 1, 2, 3 formation. We had talked about this as an alert status entry for Bitcoin, and that an add-on signal would have to wait a while before Bitcoin broke out, tested the top, came back and consolidated. Then we could increase our position size without increasing our risk. And I already talked through that a number of times in the last few live streams, and not much has changed except to go along with our plan so that we would be starting out here small and just be waiting to see what's next. So now I want to go through Bitcoin dominance and the US dollar index. Bitcoin dominance is right on the edge here now. And if I bring up the relative strength index, I'm kind of nervous about what might be happening with Bitcoin dominance. It could break higher from here. This could be a consolidation where we have a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation at this consolidation, that the RSI is consolidating back to give us a spring where Bitcoin dominance is going to go way higher as Bitcoin's going to break out. And I'll take a look at Bollinger Bands here in a second. Yet, I'm always watching for Bitcoin dominance to drop because that's when our big money is made in altcoin season. So our Altseason Copilots up above shows a big wide pie chart right now, and those are the coins that we should be alert could be going into hold status next. If Bitcoin dominance drops from here, those are going to go en masse. We're going to get like 50 different coins all the same day that are going to give us the signal. Yet, if Bitcoin dominance does spring up, then these are going to pull back from alert status. They're going to go back into neutral. And we're going to do some analysis on all the coins that gave us that little bit of a bump. And we're going to start collecting up our focus on those coins that have given us a bump just now. And they've also given us a bump in the past. Maybe in the beginning of 2023, there was a group of coins that gave us a surge and pulled back. Now, if we can filter out Group A with Group B, we can narrow down to the real go-getter coins that we should be focusing our money on. And that's what we're looking for, and we can't know the future, so we just have to prepare with small positions. Now, in the presentation, I talked about how much should you invest? Well, if you had $100,000, I would put $2,000 into cryptocurrency, and I would have $20 divided into 100 different coins, and I would be done. I'd be spending no more time at it. That's all I would do. And the rest of the cash, I'd be looking to where I'm going to add on to those positions that prove themselves correct. So it's a big cash position right now, according to our main system, because it tells us if Bitcoin dominance is rising and Bitcoin price is dropping, that we should be holding fiat. And we have specific zones where our system tells us to get into fiat. And if we look at the EMA crossovers, we can see where it's turned red here. We should be in full fiat instead of Bitcoin. And it's not until it gets above there that we're actually in full hold status again. And what we're doing here is we're front running that main signal with a little test position that we could use to help cushion our blow with a larger position on the main signal. So we're kind of front running here on this little bottom formation. And we just have to do it small, because if it does go wrong, we have to get out right away. And it's, well, of course, it's in a full exit status. So that's how our system works there. Then the other thing I'm looking at is dollar index. You know, if this makes a 1, 2, 3 top formation and breaks lower from here from this trend line, while Bitcoin's breaking out, and if we can get Bitcoin dominance dropping at the same time, this would be the perfect storm, the perfect combination for getting into those little altcoins and then looking for the ones to be adding on to. Yet we can never tell when these are going to go. We can just talk about it all the time. And while you talk about this stuff, you can write about it. And so what I've been doing is writing about it as a way to gather an audience to learn about my trading system, so you can take my trading course and what have you. And there's very narrow group of people who are interested in doing that. So there is a lot more other things going on in cryptocurrency and in trading than what I'm doing. That's probably you're interested in. Maybe you've got some experience with that you could write about. And I'm going to show you now how to take your experience, write about it, and turn it into a money-making article. How you can make money with writing about crypto. So here's the money-making part, your partner program earnings. This is one sliver of the pie of making money that is part of the 4 legs of your financial chair. We're trading to become a millionaire by doubling our money every year, but we want to tell a story about our revenue stream, or about our trading experience, and we can turn that story into a revenue stream. There's 5 different ways to make passive income from this story, and this is one of those ways of making passive income. I'll talk more about those. So here, look at this. Something important has changed in Bitcoin, made me $1.18 already in July. And I wrote about that article some time ago. Let's just dig into this one article and look back on it. It's made $16.99 since I wrote it in January of 2017. And if I go back to 1 month ago, somebody must have mentioned this article because it made $8 just in June. It just woke up out of the blue and somebody must have sent traffic to it and it made some more money. So here is the passive income where I wrote this a long time ago, and it stays there. It's an asset now that can continue earning me money whenever somebody talks about this post. I couldn't have expected it, right? You couldn't plan for it. You can plan for it, and then you just get ready for it. So look at the stats for all the stories. Now I want to go into partner programmer earnings. Pardon me as I bounce around. No, story stats. Latest, highest earning. Once you learn this, you will never watch charts again all day. It's made earned $31 since I wrote that in January, and it just sits there continuing to earn money. How I Earned 2.44 Bitcoin for Free. It's a great article. It really teaches you what to do. And it's made an additional $25 for me. 5 years of crypto altcoin season tells us, made another $22. Something important has changed in Bitcoin, $16. So all of these different, I scanned 179 crypto charts today. Here's my favorite, made me $15 just by doing this research and sharing it and putting it onto medium.com. So if you are a writer for digital currency traders, we are growing the number of followers that we have. You can write for us. You can become a writer. You can share your experiences with cryptocurrency, blockchain, smart contracts, Web3, any automation that you're doing. Geez, it's hard to come to my mind right now. Oh, there we go. Metaverse worlds, NFTs, any other crypto schools that you're doing. You could write about the other crypto schools that have a school on wap.com. Use their referral link. I will publish your articles about those. Absolutely. And when I publish your article, here's the cool part. And this is what I'm going to do live here today, right now, since I am already an author and I'm an editor for digital currency traders. I've set up an automation that whenever an article is published on digital currency traders, the feed is read by this automation. It is routed to these two different ChatGPT commands. One command sends out a thing to our Twitter, and the other command sends out something to our LinkedIn, so that your article goes out to those two different places. Here's our Twitter. Let me go to my profile because I just tweeted this out, this live stream 27 minutes ago. And I'm just getting this stuff started again. I've just been ignoring all this stuff for the longest time. I've got these assets sitting here doing nothing. So I'm picking them up, right? The YouTube channel, 7,000 people. I'm doing the live streams now. The live streams is what I'm going to show you how I can make an article out of. And then I can have it post to the Twitter, and I can have it post to the LinkedIn. If I view this as a member, you can see the latest posts. I've got 96 followers here. I've got 1,000 followers here, and probably 100 of them are actually people. And then we've got the followers on Medium, on Medium. So then you can write yourself an article. And here's what I do to write an article. I can go to my YouTube channel where I've got 7,000 subscribers. And I can go to one of my live streams here. Pause this. This guy's great. Actually, if you watch any of his stuff, he is amazing. I love his stuff. I'm going to open up the transcript for my video. I'm going to grab that transcript. I'm going to go over to my custom GPT that I'll give you access to if you are an author for digital currency traders. And I just paste in this transcript. And of course, I'm only doing this with my own videos. So I'm taking my content and I'm having ChatGPT turn it into an article for me. And it just goes through the whole thing, and it puts in headlines, it puts in all the details. And this is live, so this will take a little bit. It was a 24-minute stream. And actually, this will go long enough that I should have to click on regenerate as we're going. I'll let that keep going. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to publish it on Medium, and I'll show you how I do that. And I'm going to put images into it. I'm going to put a couple of different, later I'll put links to articles in there, and I'll explain more about how the other 5 revenue streams are built into these articles. So what you might make on Medium is a thin sliver, but if you're putting in referral links to an exchange, then this could turn into a lot more money for you. Let me have some coffee here. What's my favorite altcoin and the best potential? I love that question. That is awesome. It is a beautiful segue to go off to the Altseason Copilot and the Altseason Copilot, which is actually being updated right now by Chandra. And to tell you that there is no possible way for me to know which altcoin is going to do the best. I have no way to know the future. And I developed this system because I was so convinced that the coins I was studied up and learned so much about, they were going to be the ones that take off. And I put everything into them, those 8 or 10, 12, 30 different coins. And the coin next to mine in the alphabet was the coin that took off. My coin stayed inside the formation where it's just about to take off, but never really did, kind of phased out. And I loved it so much I never let go of it, and I lost a lot of money. Where my spreadsheet that followed the coins, all of them, it just put a little bit into all of the coins. Inevitably, the spreadsheet caught the coins that took off, and the spreadsheet outperformed me year after year after year as I was doing video after video after video about my opinion on the market. So year after year, the Altseason Copilot beat my ego out of me, and I don't have an opinion about the market anymore. I know where my job is to put in a little bit of money, like an insurance policy, and I just give up on it. It's either going to hit my stop or it's going to take off. I really don't know. And the less time I spend at it, and the less money I put into each coin to give it more room to do, the better it does over time. I do less work and it does better. So then I'm focusing more on talking about where can you make other revenue streams, because your money should be working for you while you're doing something else. You shouldn't be watching your altcoins. You shouldn't be watching the charts. You set them up, you leave it there, and your money is watching the charts on your behalf. Then you should be talking about that and this is the attention economy now. Your money is watching the alts. It's all automated. It's all set up. It's the attention economy now. So if you can teach other people, then you're going to make a new revenue stream, and you can make it into an evergreen revenue stream that keeps making money for you over and over and over again. So ChatGPT, I got to continue generating on this, because going through stage 2 and stage 3 of the trading is where that's our job. We're like the filter that filters out all those crypto. We just throw them all into the bin and we filter them through this system. And the coins that stay above our 1, 2, 3, that we keep them, and the ones that don't, we get rid of them, and we maybe put them back into the filter again later, and just give up on figuring it out, actually. So I'm glad you asked that question, because it's the first question that a beginner will ask. It's the first question because it wants to solve the puzzle for you. And the puzzle cannot be solved. The answer is the puzzle cannot be solved. This puzzle can't be solved. So you leave your money there to watch it, and you get busy doing something else. So here's the article. And it's just taking the transcript of what I said in the live stream and doing a great job, actually. It's mind-blowing that you can have an assistant that will do this kind of work for you. Now, just to wrap up the live stream, so I'm way more excited about artificial intelligence and what it can do for your revenue generating than I am about crypto. Crypto, yeah, you should prepare for, and you should put a little bit of stuff in there, and you should take a bit of time. But if you're spending more time on that than you need to, then you're missing the knowledge about how valuable the time could be if you were to put it into something like creating an article that it may make you $10, $20, $50 in the year from this few minutes worth of work. And that may not seem like a lot, but you're going to take that $20 and you're going to double it every year. And that's going to help you become a millionaire all that much faster. So, wow. I'm going to take this whole thing, massive as it is, copy, and I'm going to go over and I'm going to write an article on LinkedIn, Medium, and I'm going to do very minimal processing on it. Normally, this is where I would put an hour of time into fighting with, what is this thing, Grammarly getting all in my way all over the place. Brutal, because I don't speak with proper grammar. But I would want to go through this, and I would want to space it all out so that it's really nice and readable. But for this example, when you guys see it online, you'll understand what I'm doing and why I did this. So here's the video. grab the video, put it in there. And I want to put in an image of a happy female and mid-journey image by author. I'll put that in later because I'm the editor and I can. And then down at the bottom, I'll put a whole bunch more spacing and I'll put links to my calls to action for my community over on WAP, so that if you wanted to learn more about the trading system, you could go there and sign up for the Altseason Copilot. And for this, I'm going to put a male image that I just generated in Midjourney using the AI tools. And I wanted to have an image of somebody who's just recently started to feel financial success. And that's the picture. So I have a couple images. I don't have the links in there. Watch for these signs of Altcoin season, June 28th. Now I can add this to publication. Digital currency traders. I can submit to the publication now. I'm going to change to the guy because he's down at the bottom, and I want you to scroll all the way to the bottom before you see a familiar thing. Then I'm going to go Altseason Copilot as the first one, and I'll go back in here and I'll fill this out with, I'll just finish it up. Bitcoin, and these are really generic, but crypto, altcoins, making money. No, trading. Then I submit that to the publication, and that's where you would leave it there. And I would come in as the editor and I would go through and I would add in a private note to say, we could change this, update this, and do a better job of all these things. You could add in these revenue streams, and I would invite you to become part of the invitation only Discord, where I have a whole bunch of resources for Medium authors. Then when the article is ready and we're good with it, and this one's not, I would click on publish and send now. So this goes out to everybody, and I apologize for everybody who's getting it. And I can take the friend link now, and I can take this over onto our Discord and paste that into place. Now our automation should run. And I'm just going to run it. Okay, I got to change where to start. So let's select the item, and I'll change it back on to automatic later because I didn't have it set for this one. Anyway, let's test it out. Run. ChatGPT takes it and sends it off on Twitter. ChatGPT takes that, reformats that very same content from the RSS feed, which was the article that I just did the ChatGPT poll, and it's all sent out now. I can go to our digital currency traders and refresh this. And there it is, 16 seconds ago. Oh, and it's using the link to the live stream instead of the image that I chose. Interesting to know. Let's go to LinkedIn, refresh this page. Stay ahead with our latest updates. Okay, that's not really pretty. I got to click on more before this comes up, and I wonder why that is. It's got a lot more text there. Maybe it's because of the icons there. I'll have to remove that. But it's got a pretty good layout here. No image. And then it links off to the full article over on Medium. Hey, non-Medium members read it here. Cool. Oh, actually, it's pulling up a different article. It's pulling up this one. I must have selected the wrong one from the automation. So let me... Yes. Okay, I want to change that. Let me run it again. It should check the next one. Let's see what it pulled up. These 3 signs of altcoin season. I think it's going backwards. So I'll have to recheck that and see what's going on to be sure that's working properly. But I like that the automation is taking care of a bunch of this. Oh no, good. It got the right one. And it pulled up the right image. Very good. What did it do in LinkedIn? Oh, let me go back and refresh. Okay. Still ugly. And no image. So I'll have to work on that. Market capitalization shift, increasing volume. I don't know. Read the full article. Okay, so this one needs some more work. It's not working properly to bring us to the article that we want. The Twitter is working properly, but not the LinkedIn. So it'll just be a little bit of working on the prompts inside here to get that structured properly. Really happy to see that though. And I invite you, of course, to become an author for Write for us. Write for digital currency traders, and we'll get your articles out there. And of course, on a live stream like this, if you're putting out an article, I'll probably feature it. So back to the Bitcoin liquidation watch. This pie chart will update a little bit later as the live stream is fully updated here. And I see Chandra's still working on that right now. So when she's done, this will be completely, but those 100 alerts, whoops, that's totally 1/3. What did I just do? All right. Well, that wraps it up for this live stream. We've gone over Bitcoin dominance. We've gone over Bitcoin prices and what our system says to do with these according to the dollar index and everything. I didn't look at the Bollinger Bands. And this is an important one because the bands have squeezed in and then prices moved up and holding a 1, 2, 3 above support and resistance from our narrow band last week. So long as the 4-hour holds above these levels and builds construction, then we're starting to build in the stages of the uptrend like I'm expecting to see here, a pinch and a breakout higher, and then we are pretty much going to rest again. So those pinch and breakout will take us to 90K and we'll rest again for a while. That's what I'm looking for is the pinch, and we're watching for the pinch to come down now, and we'll get the 1, 2, 3 and we'll burst out from those. So I'm watching for the daily to pinch down. The 12 hours coming already. The 3-day, of course, has bounced off this Bollinger Band mean reversion buy signal from earlier in April. And now we're making a larger 1, 2, 3 bottom off of very strong support right off of historical levels. Massive, massive, massive. And I could just say massive all day long. But now it's time to write about that and make some money from a different revenue stream and then double that money every year. Thanks again for being here. Let me double check the chat. I didn't answer your question, Brian, but glad you were here. I will sign off and wish you guys all the best. Trade safe and keep those losses small.